Sorry about my freeze dryer going, but man, I have got a back load and it is just running non-stop because I got my ham from New Year's to go through, my turkey breast, but I just got so much going, my freezer is overflowing. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to make up some stock, and when I bought five turkey breasts on sale at Walmart for $1.50 a pound, and that was a fantastic bargain. So we freeze dried that, and if I do this in the right order, you'll see that one or two of those videos that I made, what products that I made from those turkey breasts. But you only got like one day in the fridge for the bones and all that stuff. So I need to get some stock going. So what I'm going to do, what I got on here is I got the 4 breast bones from the turkey breast, all the skin that I pulled off when I sliced up the breast for freeze drying, the ribs and everything that I cut out of the turkey breast before I cooked it so it would sit properly in my pans. So there's some raw meat in there, there's some cooked turkey breast carcasses. So we're going to get this, I'm going to fill it with water till everything is covered. We're going to stick it on the stove on high, bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to simmer that for about 6 hours. We'll reduce the heat once it's boiling, get it just simmering for about 6 hours. So that's all going to be done off camera, and when I get that all done, we'll come back and see what we got. I'll see you then. Okay, just to refresh, there's my chicken broth, turkey broth. So I put all the scraps, my carcasses, the skin, and all that into a big pot here, and I ended up putting in 48 cups of water to cover all that. There's a lot of water, so there's a lot of stock here. Oh. Right now it's boiling hot, but I'm going to try and fish out as much as I can. So we brought this to a boil. Then after it was to a full roiling boil, I turned the power down the heat down on that, and put it onto a simmer, and we simmered this for 6 hours. And this is the end result right here. Now, each of these turkey breasts come with a packet of gizzards, you know, the heart and the liver and kidneys and all that stuff. I don't particularly care for that flavor, so I didn't include that in this stock. But if you don't mind the flavor of that stuff, then obviously you would have thrown that in there with this as well. I threw them in the trash, so I don't care for it. I see a couple of wishbones in there. That was broke. That was the prize of Thanksgiving when we were kids. Now, we're going to try and strain this, but that pot's too heavy for me right now. So we'll just try and get a lot of this out before I can pick it up and not hurt myself. Alright, is that manageable yet? No, still too heavy. Too heavy and too hot. So my other stock pot wasn't big enough. There we go. I am going to wash this pot out, and I'll be right back. So here's my chicken stock, turkey stock. You call it chicken. It's my turkey broth, all strained. I'm going to put it back in the pot. Like that. Now, when I was making this, I could have diced up carrots and onions, some celery and stuff and put it in with that stock, but I just wanted the plain turkey. So now we have plain turkey stock, no seasoning or anything added to this. And last time I did a stock video, one of my viewers suggested that I boiled it down, and I didn't really have a lot in that one. But with this much stock, that's what I say, 48 cups, which is 12 quarts, which is 12 trays in my medium Harvest Right freeze dryer. So that'd take me 3 loads to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil without the lid on it, and I'm going to reduce this as much as I can. So once we get this reduced, I'll bring it back to you and show you what we got. I'll see you then. Okay, I have boiled that down for about 2 hours at a rolling boil, and I just do not want to take any more chance of overdoing that and burning it. But it is a really nice, full flavored stock right now. So I'm going to let that settle a little bit. I'm going to try and skim some of that foam off the top. Not too worried about it if I can't, because we'll get rid of it. When we take the fat off. In fact, that might just be the fat floating to the top already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool down, and I'll transfer it to a bowl that'll fit in my refrigerator, and we will stick that in the refrigerator overnight, and in the morning we'll get rid of the fat from it. So I'll see you when I take it out of the refrigerator, and hopefully my freeze dryer will be done with its run so you can hear me better, and I apologize for that. But I just got too much to do to get through this freeze dryer. So next time you see this, we'll be taking the fat off. I'll see you then. Okay, this has been in the fridge overnight. Let's try and skim off any of this fat off the top here. Not as solid as I thought it would be. So it's going to take a little bit more work to get it off. Alright. That's pretty much got as much as I'm going to get off of that. But see this right here? I am not going to throw that away. What I'll do is I want to put that in a Ziploc bag. And we're going to put that in the freezer. And I can use that because there's nothing wrong with that. So we're going to freeze that, and next time I need some stock, I'm going to use that. Alright, get that in the freezer. We'll get this. What I'll do is I'll fill the trays in the freezer off camera. That way I don't spill it getting the trays to the freezer. We'll get it frozen solid. Once it's frozen solid, we'll get it into the freeze dryer. And next time you see it, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I do have one more bowl, a small Pyrex bowl, medium-sized Pyrex bowl of more stock that was left over. So we'll be doing probably 2 loads, which I'm not going to show you both loads, but we'll combine the 2 for the video. And next time you see it, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'll see you then. Okay, there we have it, 40 plus hours, my standard run for my freeze dryer. And there we have 4 trays of turkey stock. Now, we started out with 48 cups of turkey stock. I reduced that down to about 32 cups of turkey stock, and I could have probably gone farther, but I did not want to scorch my sauce. It thickened up nicely, and I didn't want to get a bitter taste. And I was doing reading online, and you can over reduce your stock. So just to be safe, I took it down to 32 cups, which filled 8 medium trays. So this is my first 4 trays. So there's 4 cups in each. 4, 8, 16. So you got 16 cups here of reduced chicken stock, turkey stock, and that's only turkey stock. I didn't add any seasoning, no vegetables, no nothing, just that beautiful turkey flavor. So I'm going to powderize that, and then we're going to put it into jars. And this is extremely, extremely light. So let's see what we can get in one of those half-pint jars. Judging from how light this is, we're going to go ahead and put 2 trays in my Ziploc bag here. And that's going to give me some room on my table here to roll that out. Alright, let's zip that shut. Let's powderize that. Probably don't even need the pen, but I will use it. Get that down a little bit and get some of the air out of there. Alright. By doing that in this Ziploc bag, it makes it really easy, no mess really to clean up. I just throw the bag away when I'm done, but it also allows me to look at that and see if there's any moisture in that when I powderize it. Now obviously this is very, very, very dry. So let's take a jar, put my funnel there. Let's see, this is 8 cups of powder, 8 cups of reconstituted condensed turkey stock. Let's see what we can get in that jar. Well, we're going to call it a tray. Reason being, that is going to give me a headspace I need for my O2 absorber. We don't want to overpack that and get the O2 absorber to where it interferes with sealing the jar. So we'll get these balanced out. dry spoon here. I'm just compacting it down a little bit to get this all in there. Don't want to get any dust on this top seal here. In canning, you would take some vinegar on that, but we do not want to add any moisture, so we just got to try and do it dry. Alright, let me get these other two done. Let me get my O2 absorbers and we'll be right back. And we don't want to introduce any moisture on that, so I'm not going to use a damp cloth to wipe this table down or anything until we're done packing. Okay, so all I have is 300 cc's. That's all I buy. It's a bit overkill on these, but that's what we'll put in there. I like to tuck them kind of like that. Stop the edges from coming up. Put my lid on. Like that. Get my handy dandy sealer. Press start. And viewers suggested that I do this for a minute, and it made all the difference in the world for the seal. So this counts up. I'll just let that suck for a minute and then turn it off. Alright, that's been a minute. Pull that off. Don't want to get that seal with any powder on it, so I'm going to stand it up like that. Put my ring on there. And move on to the next one, because that's nice and sealed for now. Alright, there we go. That is, got them all sealed up. And what we'll do is I'll leave these sitting out for a week or so, and I'm going to monitor these to make sure that they stay sealed. And if they do, we'll put them away for long-term storage. Now I got 4 more trays, so I'm going to run, my freeze dryer is defrosting right now. I'm going to run those trays through, and then I'll come back and we'll just do a quick recap on what we did and what we got. So I'll see you for the recap. Okay, there we go, my last tray of turkey broth. Now let's get this, look at that, turkey broth. This powdered up. Alright, like the other ones, I'm going to leave this sitting out for a week. Make sure that maintains its vacuum. And if it does, we'll label it up and put it up in for storage. So I'll see you in about a week on the recording side, because I just want to make sure these all hold their seal. Alright. I'll see you then. Okay. I could have done this with the turkey breast, reconstituted that with that video, but I didn't have the turkey stock, and I wanted to do it, rehydrate it with the turkey stock. So we're going to do it with my turkey stock video. So let's get one of these pouches open. And we're going to make us a nice turkey sandwich is the plan. Alright. Do I got enough in there for 2 sandwiches? I don't know. We're going to try. Alright, there's my turkey. I got 1 cup of hot water out of my Keurig, almost boiling. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 teaspoons of turkey stock, freeze-dried, in there with that. That should be nice and strong, really. I don't think it takes a lot. We'll find out. Alright. Now we'll put our cup of hot water in there. We're going to seal it shut. Always make sure if you're going to shake this, that that Ziploc is nice and tight. I'm going to give that a good mix so that turkey stock gets mixed up in that water. And we're going to let that sit for 2 minutes. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Okay, that's been soaking for 2 minutes. And let's just see how that turkey's coming along, because I did cut that kind of thick. Looks kind of good. Nice and brothy smelling in there. See if I can show you the broth. Not really. You can see the, yeah, you can see the broth there. So we're just going to zip that up. We're going to let that sit another 2 minutes because those are thick slices of turkey. And hopefully get that nice and rehydrated. So I'll see you in 2 more minutes. Alright, that's been a total of 4 minutes. So let's see how this rehydrated. Take this, we'll drain our excess out of there. It looks like that took about only a quarter of a cup. Just over a quarter of a cup of water to rehydrate that turkey. So let's see what it came out like. Ooh, nice and hot. Seems good. Alright, so we're going to make us a couple sandwiches. Let's take and see what that looks like in a minute. Seems alright. Maybe just a little bit more time would have been okay. But I'm hungry. And we're going to go with that. And I like to make my turkey sandwiches like this. Nice bit of cranberry jelly. Jellied cranberry. Alright, but there you have it, a turkey sandwich. Let's bite in this and see how it rehydrated. So we did that for 4 minutes. So far so good. Yeah, that turkey's got some good flavor to it. Well, what do you think, John? I think I sure am enjoying that. Mm. The turkey is really good. It's not as moist as it was when I first made it. But we're going to call this a success. Have another one. Mm. Boy, there ain't nothing better than a turkey sandwich with a nice slice of cranberry jelly on it. Mm. No mayo, no nothing. Cranberry jelly and turkey breast. Yeah. I'm biting through that turkey perfectly, so we're going to call that a huge success. And the video wasn't really about the turkey breast, but I just wanted to show you a good way to use that turkey stock. See, if I was really creative and had done it in the right order, I could have put the stock in with the turkey, the freeze-dried turkey breast, i.e. freeze-dried the stock, powderized it, put it in a jar, set it aside, run all my turkey breast through, and as I was packaging the turkey breast, I could have put a couple spoons of powder in with the turkey breast in the package, which would probably be a really good way to package that. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short video. Turkey stock, what did we say that we had? 48 gallons? Not 48 gallons, oh my gosh. 48 cups. And that's actually 48 cups of water that I added to my bones and all that. But we probably had 2 cups of dripping from the turkey when I roasted it. So you could almost say 50 cups. We reduced that down to 32 cups. Yeah, that's right. So we reduced that down to 32 cups. Made a really nice thick stock on that. And just to let you know, I put that in the fridge overnight to skim the fat off, and I showed that in the video earlier. Well, overnight it didn't gel like a lot of your broth should do, especially with all that bones that I used. So for the first load, which I recorded, it wasn't gelled. But for the second load, which my turkey broth had been in the refrigerator for a couple days, so the second run I put it in, and that when I took it out of the fridge, it was a nice runny gel. So it's perfect stock. Okay, there you have it. I've waffled on enough. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to enjoy this sandwich. Excuse me. I'm going to enjoy that sandwich, and I look forward to seeing you next time.